Hey guys, it's me, Arlene, Delicious Delights. So today I want to talk about some new fragrances for 2024. There's a lot that I want to talk about today, 25 new releases. So it hasn't been very long since I made a video like this. However, since then, there have been announcements of many new perfumes. Today, I'll only be talking about 25 of them, but there have been many more released. It's very difficult to keep up with all of these new releases, but I picked out the ones that I thought were the most interesting for me and also hopefully for you guys as well. There's a mixture of some designer, some Middle Eastern ones, some niche ones as well. And then as always, I will leave my top 3 that I'm looking forward to the most till the very end of the video. So yeah, it's going to be a very long video. So maybe you want to grab a snack or a drink or something like that. Also, I should also mention that it could be very possible that some of these are already released. I guess it depends on your location and release dates. But yeah, let's get into this list finally. I'm going to start off with some designer scents. First off, we have Paco Rabanne Fame Intense. And there's some notes listed as coconut, jasmine, dreamwood, and sandalwood. I don't think I've ever heard of dreamwood before, but in any case, with the Fame collection, I think the bottles are absolutely fabulous, super cute, super unique, nice to have on display. But the scents themselves are probably, for me personally, not ones that I would reach for very often. So if I were ever to own any of the Fame scents, it would probably be just because I like looking at the bottle and it's super cute. But the scents themselves, I think, are pretty decent, but nothing like super mind-blowing to me, at least, and nothing that I really need to own in my collection right now. Next up, Nina Ricci Nina Illusion. This is a flanker. Again, actually, most of these ones that I'll be talking about today are flankers. As with ones in previous videos as well, it seems like that's all we hear about, just flankers. Anyways, this one has some notes of orange blossom, raspberry, spicy notes, and patchouli. And I don't own any Nina Ricci perfumes either. However, I think the original one, the one that they first released in the cute apple bottles, I think they're super cute and I like the scent. It's just a nice, simple, fresh, easy grab, easygoing, everyday kind of scent. And I do find that I am in the mood for that kind of scent very often. So, by the way, I forgot to mention that when I read out the notes, it's not always a complete set of notes. If you want to see the complete set of notes, you can look on the website, the official website, or some other fragrance websites for that. Okay, moving on. Dolce & Gabbana Q Eau de Parfum Intense. And so another flanker. This one has some notes of black cherry, heliotrope, and amber. And I thought the first Q perfume from Dolce & Gabbana, I thought it was decent, but kind of forgettable, to be honest. This is the intense version, so maybe it's just going to be a stronger, well, the assumption is that it will be a stronger version of the original, but as we all know, that isn't always the case. Actually, it's mostly not the case that it's stronger or more intense or more extreme than the original, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I am kind of looking forward to this one. These notes sound really nice: black cherry, heliotrope, and amber. So it sounds like a really nice, sweet, fruity, delicious, maybe gourmandy kind of scent. Next up, Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Flora Verde. Okay, so with this one, there are some notes of coconut water, orange bigarade, gardenia, ylang ylang, jasmine sambac absolute, and skin musk. And the main note for this one is gardenia. So there was one time that I owned the one of the flankers of Bronze Goddess. I actually really enjoyed it, but for some reason I didn't really reach for it very often, so I did let it go. I picked it up at a thrift store for like $10 or $12, which was a really great deal. And so in general, I do like the scents from the Bronze Goddess collection, but for me, I would probably reach for other kind of scents, like other summery scents. But if I do see this in the store, I will give it a try. Next up, Lancome VA Bell Extraordinaire. And this one has some notes of rosewater, damask rose absolute, space rose accord, iris concrete, sandalwood, and musk. So I am looking forward to this one. I thought that their previous releases of last year, the gold bottle, I think that was the extrait, and they also had the one with iris, I think it was iris absolute. Both very interesting scents. The iris one had this really interesting, dirty, almost patchouli-ish iris kind of scent to it, which I thought was a nice little twist to La VA Bell. And then the extrait version in the gold bottle had some oud and some animalic kind of notes in there, which I also thought was very interesting. Next up, we have Guerlain Aqua Allegoria FLORABLOOM. Along with this, they're also coming out at the same time with a FLORABLOOM Forte. So they have the same notes listed as far as I know, and some notes listed are rose centifolia, violet, iris, tuberose, and mango accord. So that sounds really nice. FLORABLOOM, the idea or imagery that I'm getting is just a nice blooming vase of flowers, all different types of flowers. And with this mango accord, I'm thinking of mango juice, maybe sprinkled or squeezed on top of this big bouquet of flowers, which sounds really nice. I pretty much like most things, most perfumes from this collection. I think it's an excellent collection, and I do own a few from the Aqua Allegoria line, and I just think they're really nice. Mostly fresh scents, easy to wear, easy going, beautiful scents. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. Zadig and Voltaire, This Is Really Her. Another flanker of This Is Her. It has some notes of pink berries, basil, metallic accord, rose, chestnut, honey, and vanilla. So this looks really interesting with that metallic accord along with basil and some gourmandy sweet and nutty notes. With the previous new versions of This Is Her, the flankers from the past years, I found all of them to be really interesting scents. I like how they kind of go step out of the box a little. They don't smell like your typical designer scents. There's always something interesting and unique about them. I am also a huge fan of the original This Is Her with that beautiful creamy milky sandalwood vanilla scent, and the flankers they've come out with are just really nice. I really enjoy what they're putting out and what they're doing because there's always a nice little quirky twist in their fragrances that make them more unique, make them more stand out more from the other new releases that are coming out. Givenchy Lanterdi, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Tuberose Noir. And so this is another flanker. It has some notes of tuberose absolute, burnt tuberose petals, roasted coffee, vetiver, and patchouli. So the note here that really sticks out to me is burnt tuberose. I'm not really sure if I've heard of that note before. I think it's the first time that I've seen burnt tuberose as a note. I am a fan of the tuberose in scents, and so burnt tuberose makes me think it's going to be darker, heavier, maybe smoky, and maybe mixing in with the roasted coffee and the vetiver and patchouli. It sounds really nice. So yeah, hopefully I can get my nose on this one soon. Next up, Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Essai Solar Violet. And there's only one note here that I found is just violet. And so, yeah, the name is Solar Violet. So obviously violet is a note. So with this Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Essai, I really enjoy the original L'Eau d'Essai. I haven't tried all of the flankers. There's a lot of them. But the original one is one that I remember. Like, I really enjoyed wearing my decant of it. I think it's from the 90s actually, but it's this really interesting mixed creamy white floral scent that is very fresh. It has a little bit of an aquatic kind of vibe to it. From the flankers that I've tried, from the line, I haven't found one better than the original, but I'm always really curious about the new flankers from Issey Miyake. Next up, we have Zara Love Explosion. So this one's a limited edition. It has some notes of bergamot, bitter orange, peony, rose, praline, amber, moss, vanilla, and musk. And apparently this is a combination of a Red Temptation and Rose Gourmand, which I think are probably their best sellers from the collection, the Zara collection. I do own both. I really enjoy both. So I'm thinking that, yeah, why wouldn't I just layer them with the ones that I do have? In any case, Love Explosion is the newest release, I guess, for Valentine's Day coming up from Zara. Moving on to some niche perfumes. We have a scent from Hermes, and this is part of their Hermescence collection. It's called Oud as Alizan, and it has some notes of oud, rose water, and rose ether. So I do like the scents from Hermescence. However, I'm not really, or I haven't really been in the mood to wear oud perfumes. They're just, I don't know, maybe I'm just over it. I don't know. I do have a few oud perfumes, but I don't really reach for them very often. The oud rose thing has been done to death in the community with all the new oud rose combination of in fragrances. And yeah, I think I'm a little bit over it. But hopefully I can give it a try anyway when I go to the store, the department store. Now there's a new one from Fleur, the PHLUR collection. It's called Strawberry Letter. It has some notes of cassis leaf, strawberry gariguette. I'm not sure what that is. Plum nectar, apple blossom, tonka, and sugared amber. So I haven't tried anything from this Fleur house before. As far as I know, it's not even available where I live, but I have heard good things about this house. And this sounds really nice. Strawberry Letter. I really like strawberry scents. It's not really a note that I see very often in perfumes. So hopefully one day I can get my nose on this collection, because there are a few that I am really interested in. Also with this one I'm interested in as well. BDK 312 Saint-HONORE, or Honor, I don't know how to say it. It has some notes of pink pepper, orange blossom, iris, tonka, Thai oud, and musk. So I'm assuming this might be an address in Paris. Maybe it's where their flagship store is. And so it has some oud in it. And as I said earlier, I'm not really into oud right now. But if I do see it in the department store, I will give it a try, of course. Another one here from this house called Sniff, SNIF. It's called Vanilla Vice. And yeah, I guess this is a new house. I haven't heard from this house before. I haven't seen this brand in the Netherlands where I live. So maybe it's just available maybe in America. I'm not sure. But anyways, it has some really nice notes. Ice cream, Madagascar vanilla, jasmine, and musk. So when I think of this Vanilla Vice, I'm automatically thinking of Vanilla Ice. and the song Ice Ice Baby, and there's like ice cream in the notes. It sounds really nice. I love ice cream in fragrance, ice cream notes in fragrances. So hopefully I'll be able to find a sample of this one. This sounds really, really nice with a nice ice cream, sweet gourmand kind of scent. DS and Durga Peanut is the next one. It has some notes of husks, peanut, gourmand notes, earthy notes, and vetiver. So I guess this is just going to be a scent that smells like peanuts. And DS and Durga is a house that I really, really enjoy. One that I own many bottles of, many, maybe 5 or 6 is what I have. But I love the house. I love what they do. I enjoy many of their fragrances. Last year's release was Steamed Rainbow. It was one of my most favorite releases of the year. But yeah, hopefully I can try this one. I like peanuts. I eat it often. I love peanut butter. And so I'm very, very curious. It sounds really, really nice. Parfums de Marly has a new scent called Perseus or Perseus. It has some notes of bergamot, grapefruit, blackcurrant, vetiver, ambergris, and dry woods. And yeah, it looks like a nice citrusy, fruity, earthy kind of scent. I think this is actually marketed for men. Comes in a really nice yellow orangey bottle. I'm not a huge fan of the house, but I do enjoy testing their perfumes. And so, yeah, maybe this is going to be a good one. The notes look really, really nice, at least. Liquid Imaginaires, Aime de Coeur. I think Coeur means heart, if I'm not mistaken. And this one comes in a bright red bottle. I'm assuming this is released just for Valentine's Day. Maybe it's a limited edition. I'm not sure. But it has notes of grapefruit, blood orange, black pepper, ginger, cocoa, apple, tonka, vanilla, vetiver. It sounds delicious. I am a huge fan of this Liquid Imaginaires house. My favorite, I actually have here, right beside me at my desk. This one is like a top 5 for life kind of scent for me. Blanche Bête, totally worth the hype in my opinion. And I also have Dom Rosa here, which I have been enjoying very much. When I do my self-care spa days, a lot of times I use the Elizabeth Arden green tea, but sometimes I use this one as well. It has this really nice sparkling champagne kind of note in here with rose and some citrus. It's just beautiful. And so I also find it to be a very relaxing scent. Anyways, because I love these two scents, I also am very curious about this new release, Aime de Coeur. Oh gosh, I know I'm butchering that, but yeah, it sounds really nice with the sweet gourmandy notes and some black pepper and vetiver. It sounds gorgeous. Next up, we have Erin Mediterranean Honeysuckle Tiare, and this is a flanker. It has some notes of grapefruit, lemon, gardenia, and tiare. So I thought the original Mediterranean Honeysuckle was a really nice, fresh, floral scent. I have tried most of this collection, the Erin collection, and for the most part, I think they're very beautiful scents. My favorite is probably the Lilac Path. I kind of want to get that someday in my collection. But yeah, that's the new one from Erin. There's also a new one from Serge Lutens, La Fille Tour de Fer. There's only one note listed so far, and it's just a rose. Serge Lutens. So this is a house that I have loved for a while. But I've noticed with their past newer releases from the past few years, I haven't really fallen in love with any of them. I am a huge fan of many of their original scents. My favorite is probably Jeu de Peau. And Santal Majuscule is absolutely beautiful. My first niche purchase ever since starting this hobby was a Chergui, and I also had the Fille en Aiguille, which is now discontinued, unfortunately, and the Unboivanie. I just love so many from the original line, but their newest releases haven't really been very inspiring for me. I enjoy testing the scents, but it just feels like they maybe have taken a step back. Also, their bottle designs, I'm not crazy about the bottle designs. I prefer the old designs of their bottles. But in any case, Serge Lutens La Fille Tour de Fer is their new scent. I wonder if this is actually a flanker of La Fille, the Berlin one, La Fille à Berlin, I think it's called. And of course, there's the Fille en Aiguille, so maybe there's some kind of theme going on here, or maybe they're connected in some way. Okay, so we have a few Middle Eastern scents. The first one is Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud Elixir. So it's another flanker of Shagaf Oud. There was one that was released recently. It was the Tonka Shagaf Oud. And so this one has some notes of pink pepper, saffron, rose, praline, oud, amber, and vanilla. And so I guess, or I'm assuming that it's just a stronger version, because it's an elixir, of the Shagaf Oud, which is very, very similar to Oud Bouquet from Lancome, which is one that I've loved for a long time. Even though I don't wear it as much as I used to, I still think it's a beautiful rose oud scent. It's probably the best rose oud that I've ever smelled. Anyways, hopefully I can get my nose on this one. And also the next one here I would like to try. It's called Lattafa Teriaq. Main notes of this one are vanilla and leather, but there are also notes of caramel, bitter almond, apricot, rose, rhubarb, honey, and musk. And if I remember correctly, Quentin Bisch is the nose of this perfume, and I enjoy many from what he's created in the past. So this is another one that I'm looking forward to. And finally, we are at the top 3 perfumes that I'm looking forward to the most from this entire list. In the third spot, Dior Miss Dior Parfum. And this is actually created by Francis Kurkdjian, which is really, really nice because I enjoy so many of his scents. It has some notes of tangerine, jasmine, and amber. And so, yeah, I really enjoy the Miss Dior collection. Miss Dior Cherie, I think, is my absolute favorite. I also really, really enjoyed the Miss Dior Le Parfum. And I think now both of those are discontinued, unfortunately. The one from a few years ago, that one was very, very popular, but it didn't really perform well on me. I can barely smell it. But I do want to give this one a try for sure. Beautiful bottle design. I think the bottle design of this collection is probably one of the best, if not the best, when it comes to women, ladies' fragrances. So in the second spot, Lancome La Nuit Tresor Le Parfum. So it's another flanker of La Nuit Tresor in the very cute diamond-shaped bottle with a little bow. This one has some notes of damask rose absolute, bitter cocoa extracts, black currant patchouli essence. So the notes here are making me think of some blackcurrant or some blueberry fruits, and then coated with some dark chocolate. Nice, sweet, delicious, fruity, chocolatey gourmand. And I enjoy many from this collection. I enjoy the cherry one probably the most, and I also really like the La Nuit Tresor nude version as well. So finally, in the number 1 spot, this is the number 1 scent that I'm looking forward to. Out of all of these ones, it's from the house of Mugler, and it's called Alien Hypersense. It has notes listed of green mandarin, pear, jasmine, and woods. I'm not sure if that's a complete list, but you know, even though for the past few years I haven't been really crazy about Mugler's releases, especially since they got sold off, I still have some hope that maybe they will make some new perfumes that have a little bit more of the DNA of the original scents, like in Angel, or in this case in Alien. It seems like they are making a lot of changes right now with their perfumes, with the collections, and actually for me, I do find it super confusing, almost overwhelming. I also have noticed that with the original Eau de Parfum, they have changed the bottle design, or at least the font. I'll put up a picture somewhere here. And yeah, it just doesn't look as nice. It looks kind of weird, actually. So I'm not sure what they're up to, but it seems like a lot. And even though I haven't been like super crazy about a lot of their new releases, I still have some hope left that maybe they will try to bring some of the magic back from the House of Mugler that they once had back in the 90s, at least before they got sold off. So fingers crossed that this will be a good one. Mugler Alien Hypersense, beautiful bottle with the nice rainbow shades in it. Very, very nice. So yeah, this is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. All right, guys, so that was my very, very, very long list of new fragrances for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I would love to hear which fragrances you're looking forward to the most from this list. Or actually, it doesn't have to be from this list, just in general. I would love to hear about that down in the comments. Thank you so, so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.